Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. So now guys, whenever you hear the word politics, a lot of people labor under the misapprehension that you are immediately talking about people like Joe Biden, Boris Johnson, Tinubu, etc. But really, politics applies to everybody, and everybody is a politician. So a real understanding of our politics is where we should start. And politics really is an activity that is aimed at improving somebody's status or power within any structure. So even within the nucleus of your family, if you are looking to have some sort of status within that family, and then you negotiate and you manipulate and you promote yourself to attain that status, that is politics. Guys, I bring you this. Olu of Warri Stool, Ooni sends message to all Oduduwa descendants. Now, a lot of you may recall, at least some of you should recall, especially people from that region, from Warri. A lot of you, some of you may recall that the Olu of Warri passed away in December and moves afoot to elect or select his successor. So that move now is ongoing still amongst the Itsekiri people, and of course the Ooni of Ife intercedes. So this is politics now, because of course there's been this long-standing conversation and debate as to if the people of Edo State and Delta State are actually part of the greater Yoruba family. So it is to that discussion and debate that Ooni of Ife is signaling, as again, Olu of Warri Stool, Ooni sends message to all Oduduwa descendants. So now let's now see now how the Ooni politics. The Ooni of Ife, Oba Adeyeye Ogunwusi Ojaja II, has called on the Oduduwa descendants all over the world to be in solidarity with the Itsekiri people in the choice of the new Olu of Warri. The Ooni made the call in a statement by Mr. Moses Olafare, the Director of Media and Public Affairs, in his palace on Sunday in Ile-Ife. Oba Ogunwusi urged the Yoruba nation to support their own Itsekiri people who were in the process of choosing a new traditional ruler, Olu of Warri. The royal father called on the Oduduwa people worldwide to find the lowest common factor that existed in their shared history, fear, and aspirations. The Ooni also noted that the unity of the Yoruba people will further strengthen peace and understanding in Nigeria. The traditional ruler called on Yoruba people across the country to pray and work together for peace and harmony. According to the Ooni, the royalty in the house of Oduduwa is watching events in Itsekiri land and will appreciate if the people can continue to honor and respect the bond of oneness and commonality with the Yoruba people. The Itsekiri people are part of the greater Oduduwa family. We cherish this great history. We shall do everything to defend and uphold it, irrespective of which state you find yourself, either Akoko Itsekiri, Delta Okan, Oworo, Inkogi. We are all children of Oduduwa, bound by common ancestry. We wish them peace and harmony in their search for prosperity in their ancestral land. The Ooni is particularly keen to see the sustainability of the blood-bound relationship between the Itsekiri and the Yoruba, a relationship that had been tested and trusted over history. Generations of Yoruba and Itsekiri have the responsibility to uphold this important history, he said. Oba Ogunwusi also wished Itsekiri people well in their General Assembly event coming up on Monday, April the 5th. Olu of Warri, His Majesty Ogaeme Ekenwoli, joined his ancestors in December 2020. So already you can see from the language, the moves that the Ooni of Ife is making. First is wishing the Itsekiri people well at a distance, and then he's going into history to say that the relationship between the Shekiris and the Yorubas is long as established, and then he then pushed that further to say that the Ishekiris are part of the greater Oduduwa family, and he extends that family, by the way, into Kogi land and further, because of course we all know the history of Kwara State with Afonja and everything. So the claim is still there, and the majority of the people in Kwara and Kogi are still Yorubas. So this is the language now. But this especially claim that is making towards the Itsekiri people is one now that is empire building. So this is politics now, as I said, and the whole of this language of this piece now is politics masterclass. So he's from a distance cutting them. It's a bit like fishing. So you throw your fishing whatever it is into the sea, and you begin to reel it, and you begin to your fishing line, and then you begin to reel it, and you begin to reel it, and you begin to reel it. So this is now the Ooni of Ife reeling the Shekiris people back in to come under his fold as part of the greater Yoruba empire, which he of course has dominion over, because of course the Oni is the differential figure for the entirety of the Yoruba race, because he's effectively the custodian of the Orishas, which is of course the Yoruba deities. So this is the claim that he's making now, and he's making this claim at a pivotal point within the Itsekiri history, because the Itsekiris of course are now looking for a new Olu of Warri. So now if the Oni has an influence over that process, or even if he has a say in the selection, and if that deference is given to the Yoruba royalty and the Yoruba lineage to have influence over the next Olu of Warri, then effectively by just that one move, the Ooni of Ife would have captured the whole of Warri as part of the people that he has dominion over. So this is the politics that the Ooni is playing. Is rebuilding essentially the Yoruba empire, the Yoruba sphere of influence, and is trying to pull all of the people that fall under that Oduduwa banner under one family stool. This is effectively what he's doing, and he's not going to stop here, by the way, because of course this is a very ambitious man, and what his ambition is to have a singularity for the Yoruba people, where he sits at top, at the apex, and then there are all these satellite obas and Bales and whatever and Olus all over Yoruba land. Not just Yoruba land, by the way. You have to be mindful of the language as well, because he did not say Yoruba land, he said Oduduwa. You know, because Yoruba land is quite different from Oduduwa. A lot of people are mistaken that Oduduwa and Yoruba land is one and the same. No, Oduduwa and Yoruba land are not one and the same, and this is exactly the point that the Oni is seeking to highlight, because the Itsekiri people, of course, they are not Yoruba people, but they are part of the greater Oduduwa family. This is the language, this is the thing. So it is this thing now that the Oni is highlighting, that is now using to seize charge of the Itsekiri people. This is effectively what you call palace coup, a bloodless coup. This is a guy now that is using language and history and sentimentality to say, why be just that small pocket in that space when you can be part of this greater family, which of course you have historical lineage too. So politics are masterclass by the Ooni of Ife as he moves to seize charge of the entirety of the Itsekiri people. conversations in the comment section. Come share thoughts. What are you making of this move that is being made by the Ooni of Ife? Come tell me what you're making of it. But before you come into the comment section to engage, click on the red subscribe button so it turns grey. The bell button notifies you every time I drop a new video. Click on like as well because that helps with the YouTube algorithm. Once you've done all the clickings, the Ooni of Ife is playing a masterful masterclass political move. But how will this pan out? Come share thoughts. So I'll leave you here. Carry this conversation on with you in the comment section. But here I say peace.